you the latest news from Bucks County. This is the Courier Times Update with Rachel Canelli.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rachel Canelli reporting from the Courier Times newsroom with your news update for Tuesday, February 12th. We begin right now with the latest on a fatal hit-and-run accident in Bensalem early this morning. Police are looking for the driver in that accident, which happened at 6 a.m. on Knights Road, just north of Dunksferry Road. Police are not releasing the name of the victim until family members are notified. The striking vehicle was traveling north on Knights Road. It's described as a light-colored pickup truck, possibly with an extended cab. It should have front-end damage on the passenger side. Our reporter Joe Chevalier is working on getting more details. Anyone with information is asked to contact Detective Vandergrift at 215-633-3638. Today is the final day of our three-part What's for Lunch series. It takes a hard look at nationwide changes that limit calories for students. So how do schools meet federal standards and fill stomachs? Some schools, like Cecilia Snyder Middle School in Bensalem, are teaching nutrition in the classroom to change eating habits. Reporters Chris English and Kimberly Flanders have more on that at buckscountycouriertimes.com.
I'm trying to teach them a little bit about meal planning and being independent and doing things on their own and making healthier versions of popular recipes. So we're doing loaded baked nachos. It's with whole grain corn tortillas, 96% lean ground beef, low-fat cheese, homemade salsa. Their bodies are going through so many different changes, and they're not used to making their own food choices. Usually their parents will pack them their lunch, tell them what to eat, but they're becoming so much more independent that they need to know what nutrients to get for their bodies.
But while some parents love the new food regulations, others don't see them as a solution for everyone. In a video online, Kimberly Flanders introduces you to an Upper Makefield mom who's dedicated to making her children healthy homemade lunches every day.
You know, on its surface, it's like most things, on its surface, they sound pretty good, okay, limiting calories and what have you, but I think it's one solution for all may not necessarily be, you know, the best thing for everyone, right? I mean, every kid is different and has different needs.
You can see the entire What's for Lunch package, including stories, photos, and video on our website. Police are warning you to lock your doors when you're not home and to not tell people when you don't. That's because a Bensalem homeowner who routinely leaves her doors unlocked, something her family and close friends know, came home the other day to find someone had been inside her house. They had stolen more than half of a 90-count prescription painkiller oxycodone, more than $40 in cash, and multiple credit cards. Luckily, a neighbor saw the suspect, 45-year-old Beth Ann Ravello of Trevos. She admitted to the thefts and police recovered most of the items, but Ravello was sent to Bucks County Prison on $75,000 bail. Reporter Joe Chevalier has the full details in her story online. It looks a lot nicer than it feels outside today thanks to the wind. We're seeing mostly sunny skies with a high near 45, but that breeze is making it feel a bit cooler. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low around 28. Rain returns Wednesday. We'll have more on that tomorrow. Security remains on high alert at the Bucks County Courthouse in Doylestown after a shooting at the Newcastle County Courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware on Monday. Officers are paying careful attention to all visitors and looking for signs of a possible attack. Courts reporter Lori Mason-Schrader talks to the county's Director of Security in a story and video at buckscountycouriertimes.com.
We're always concerned about a copycat or someone coming into our courthouse and trying to do something that's very similar. So therefore I directed my officers to be on high alert, my security screeners to make sure that they're screening things properly to ensure the safety of everyone that comes to the courthouse.
Bucks County's courthouse is monitored by cameras and visitors must pass through a metal detector. Application denied. The Mass Charter School's bid to open a facility in Neshaminy has failed. Several community members had urged the school board to grant the charter for the proposed K-12 school that would emphasize science and technology. But the majority of the board felt it was lacking in some educational areas that Neshaminy already currently offers. Bensalem School District also rejected a similar proposal from Mast. Last year, Neshaminy granted a charter from School Lane. Officials are hoping to open a K-5 facility by the 2014-2015 school year. Reporter Christian Menno has all the info in a story on our website. In sports, it seems the Eagles and Michael Vick have agreed to a contract restructuring that may pave the way for him to return as the team's starting quarterback next season. Sources tell writer Tom Rimback that the contract is for only 1 year and it's worth $10 million. Head coach Chip Kelly is holding a press conference right now, and we're there, so keep checking BucksCountyCourierTimes.com for updates on this story. Sports writer Ed Kratz also spoke with Eagles defensive coordinator Bill Davis about what his defense may look like next season.
I've had really the pleasure and the fortune of working with so many different great coordinators and defensive minds. Majority of them have been 3-4, 15 years of 3-4, and about 5 years of 4-3. At the end of the day, it's using the personnel you have and maximizing your personnel, and that's what we'll base everything out of. Is first, I'm 4 or 5 days in, so we'll evaluate all these the players that we have, and we'll use their talents. You know, whatever they do the best, we'll have them do that the most. And again, it's a flexible scheme. We'll be evolving as we go.
You can find Ed's story, videos, and more Eagles coverage online. Now here's a look at what we're working on in the newsroom. Tonight, Bristol Township is holding a public meeting to talk about their $152 million new schools plan. Reporter Danny Adler will be there for a story and video. Also tonight, Morrisville Schools Education Committee will continue to talk about the pros and cons of 9 options established for the future of the district. Reporter Hema Duarte will be covering. And finally, are the romantic-inducing qualities of some foods like chocolate, oysters, and strawberries more than science? We talked to nutritionists for a special Valentine's Day themed food section. Keep checking BucksCountyCourierTimes.com for all the latest stories and local news. I'm Rachel Canelli. Thanks for watching and have a good day. More than 1 million meals have been served here at the Bucks County Emergency Homeless Shelter. Like any other home, this kitchen is the heart of this shelter, and it's in desperate need of some long overdue TLC. That's why Family Service Association, Comcast, the Courier Times, and Intelligencer newspapers are teaming up in a campaign asking you, Bucks County, to buck up. There will be collection boxes all across the county, so buck up, Bucks County. Let's take care of the heart of this shelter together so they can cook and serve 1 million more meals to those in need.